All right. Now, this one here we'll be looking at will be part three. And believe it or not, we're still in definitions. By the time before we get to September, I will have covered probably 200 changes for you to look at. And
Nice.
like we were saying, this is I'm going to set this up and put it in another group for just changes that you can go and look at on the YouTube channel. So we
Nice.
will have that set up real nice for you and everything.
Sweet.
All right.
And
So,
I will not give you any more crap about jipping me on those 20 changes. If
all
there's
right.
any.
I'm not worried about it. All right, so they added a new definition to clarify what is generator terminals, and basically they're just telling you it's the point of connection for the output conductors of the generator. But the reason they did this is they wanted to clarify and let you know that a generator is defined as the complete machine. Okay,
Right.
and that the generator terminals are the connection point of the output conductors for that whole generator. Okay,
Right.
so I think that's probably an important one because there were people that were misapplying it. We'll see another one we'll get into later, which we actually had this in our generator transform motor book and also in design. And I think we also showed it when we were dealing with some of the stuff in hazardous. But they'll show another one where they go in and clarify what is meant by having transformer secondary conductors. So
Gotcha.
that wasn't being misapplied when, in case you have a device there upstream and everything.
Gotcha.
Then you're going to see four definitions here are going to deal with ground fault and circuit interrupters, and these are going to be your special purpose GFCIs. Okay, and they're going to tell you that this is a term that's used, and this is going to refer to the Class C, Class D, and Class E devices. Okay, and
Yeah.
the reason that they're doing this is to this definition and made a revision to it because they wanted to clarify for you that these special purpose GFCIs that they did not correlate with UL standard 943C or accommodate for applications that are below 150 volts to ground. So there's a
Yeah.
clarification that's taking place here.
Yeah, the thing that irritates me about this is that originally when they started pushing that class A, it couldn't be any of those other ones because they didn't align with the UL standard. Now all of a sudden they're okay with it.
Yeah. Well, then
I don't know.
what they did, they come in and they tell you exactly what a Class C is, and they tell you here that they added this new definition to help clarify that when you have a Class C special purpose GFCI, that it's intended to be used with circuits with no conductors over 300 volts AC to ground.
Right.
Okay. And this is where reliable equipment grounding or double insulation is provided.
True.
Okay. And then when you go and pick up a Class D, they tell you that this Class D special purpose GFCI, it's intended to be used in circuits with one or more conductors that are over 300 volts to ground. And and with this, they're specially sized, and you also have reliable grounding that help provide a low impedance path. So that low impedance path has a voltage across the body during the fault that does not exceed 150 volts.
Right.
Okay. And then when you get to the Class E, uh, this is a special purpose GFCI, and it's intended to be used in circuits with one or more conductors over 300 volts to ground. But it also has conventional equipment grounding provided for the protected equipment in the system or double insulation. And these GFCIs that you use here for a Class E, they respond rapidly to the open circuit before the magnitude or duration of the current flowing through the person's body exceeds the limits for ventricular fibrillation.
True.
Okay. So those are
Okay.
going to be your different uh, 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 special purpose GFCIs. And one of the things that I'm going to take is I'm going to literally draw these out so you can see what they look like. And then we're going to put instances of where you would see those type of devices installed. So
Nice.
we're going to put that in where it'll be in the, the 2026 NEC changes. And more than likely, I will probably have this as one of our uh, top changes. So
Yeah.
everybody knows the different type of GFCIs that you have access to and what they are exactly used for and what types of equipment. Okay.
Nice.
Then another one they did. This was interesting because I never really thought this need to have explanation, but you're going to see three here. You're going to see line to ground, line to line, and then you're going to see line to neutral. Okay,
Right.
so there's three of them here, and they're basically telling you when you have line to ground, this is an electrical reference between a current carrying conductor other than a neutral conductor and an equipment grounding conductor, grounded equipment, or ground. And the reason they're putting this in here because they want to make sure that they clarify that when you're dealing with line to ground, that it has a broader application than only those articles under the purview of code making panel 5.
Nice.
Okay. And then they
Okay.
did line to line. What's line to line? We know that's when you have what? Two current carrying conductors in a circuit other than what? A neutral.
Yep.
Then when you get over here line to neutral, you know that's where you have current carrying conductor other than a neutral conductor and a neutral conductor or neutral point in a circuit. Okay.
Right.
So they've gone in, they've clarified these terms. So we'll have those in for the new code changes. And I covered probably about 8 of those this week. So
Nice.
next week, I'll probably cover another